I shouldn't have taken that last delivery. I knew it was late, well past midnight, but the tip was too good to pass up and I was running low on gas money. I double-checked the address on my phone, hesitating. It was on the outskirts of town, down a street I'd never been on before. Even in daylight, it looked like the kind of place people avoided. But money was money and my stomach was growling from skipping dinner, so I told myself I could handle it. I grabbed the stack of pizzas from the bag, checked the orders again and started my car. The city's neon glow faded behind me as I drove down the empty highway, the GPS guiding me into darkness. Streetlights flickered intermittently, casting long shadows across the pavement. The further I drove, the quieter it became, until all I could hear was the hum of the engine and my own breathing. The street the GPS directed me to was narrow, lined with houses that had seen better decades. Windows were dark, porches sagged, lawns were overgrown. The kind of neighborhood where you double-check your locks at night, even in your own home. At the end of the street was the house I was looking for. It was odd. Not abandoned but barely cared for. The paint peeled like scabs, and the front porch looked like it might collapse under a light step. I parked my car on the street and grabbed the pizza bag. My hands were sweaty despite the cold air. I knocked. And waited. Nothing. I knocked again, louder this time. My knuckles ached and I noticed the door was slightly ajar. That should have been my warning. Hello? I called, trying to make my voice sound confident. Pizza delivery. Still nothing. I debated leaving the pizzas and calling it a night, but the thought of the tip, and being stranded without enough gas, pushed me forward. I stepped inside. The house smelled wrong. Metallic, faintly sweet, like blood mixed with something rotting. My stomach churned. I told myself it was an old fridge or garbage somewhere, but the smell was too strong, too close. Every step I took made the floorboards creak ominously, echoing through the silent house. Shadows stretched along the walls, contorting with each flicker of the weak overhead lights. I called again, delivery. No response. Then I heard it. A soft shuffle from somewhere behind me. I froze. My heart hammered in my chest. I turned, but the hallway was empty. The front door, which I had left slightly open, now swung shut. I swore I'd left it wide. My palms were sweaty and my breath came fast. I debated running, but something inside me, a mix of curiosity and stupid stubbornness, made me step forward. The shuffling came again, closer this time, and I realized it was accompanied by a whisper. Barely audible, almost pleading. Over here. My legs trembled. I tried to tell myself it was just some neighbor playing a prank, but the voice was wrong. It wasn't human. I moved toward the source, a hallway at the back of the house where the smell was strongest. That's when I saw it. A figure crouched at the end of the hallway, half hidden in the shadows. Its head tilted unnaturally, like it was studying me, and it didn't move as I approached. The smell hit me fully now. Iron, decay, something worse I didn't want to identify. Delivery, I said, my voice barely above a whisper, shaking. It stood suddenly. A man, or what used to be a man. Its face was pale, stretched tight over sharp features, eyes so dark it was like staring into empty pits. The smile that split its face wasn't human. Teeth yellowed, jagged, too many of them, like it had been eating. God, what had it been eating? You brought it, it said, gravelly, echoing unnaturally as if the walls themselves were speaking. I held up the pizza bag like a shield. I have your pizza. Please. I just need my tip. The figure tilted its head, the smile widening. No tip. Not tonight. I felt my knees go weak. My chest tightened. The air seemed thicker, heavier, like I couldn't draw a full breath. I wanted to run, but my body refused to obey. My fingers slipped off the pizza bag and it fell to the floor with a dull thud. Then it moved. Not running, not walking, sliding across the floor as if gravity itself abated differently. I screamed and scrambled backward, tripping over a broken chair. My back hit the wall. I could feel its presence before I saw it, a cold, unnatural weight pressing down on me. It stopped suddenly, leaning closer, and I heard it whisper in my ear. Stay, forever. I bolted. Every muscle in my body screamed, and I didn't care that the pizzas were abandoned, that I'd lose the tip. I ran through the house, slammed the front door open, and didn't stop until I was back in my car. My hands trembled as I started the engine, and I didn't look back. Even now, weeks later, I can't stop thinking about it. The eyes. That twisted smile. The whisper, soft and insistent, echoing in my mind every time I close my eyes. I've avoided late-night deliveries since then, especially on quiet, empty streets. I don't take jobs past midnight anymore. But sometimes, Sometimes when I'm alone and the wind howls just right, I swear I hear the soft shuffle behind me and that faint, chilling whisper. Over here. And I know without a doubt that it's still waiting for the next delivery. If there's one thing I've learned from that night, it's that some deliveries are better left unmade, some doors better left unopened, and sometimes the shadows are watching, waiting for the next unsuspecting visitor. If you survive that with me, make sure to hit subscribe to DW of Dread for more stories that will haunt your nights. Turn on notifications because you never know when the next delivery might come, and who, or what, might be waiting.